Hey, what's up, YouTube? I'm back again. Mensagero da Verdade Deutsch. And I'm back with a question pertaining to black women once again. And I would like to know, why is it that other women seem to be more flirtatious than black American women? Now, it could be just me, even though I've been hearing from other guys the same sentiments that I have about black women not being as flirtatious as other women are. And I would like to know what that reason is, or I would like somebody to just tell me that it's probably just me, which I'm so many of the detractors on YouTube will think that I'm just here to bash black women will come out and say that, but really it's not my intention to bash black women or really anybody else, but more so just to put things out there about black women that have not been said or that are considered to be politically incorrect. Because as was mentioned by other people in their videos, black women have never really been addressed. I mean, you had the thing back in like the early 90s where Shahrazad Ali, she tried to put things out there concerning black women and their relationships with black men, but of course she was almost silenced or made to be a pariah, so therefore her message really didn't resonate or was not allowed to circulate as freely as others, because it's really like taboo to even say anything about a black woman that is not considered to be adulation or praise or anything of that nature. Because as I've mentioned before, myself and many other black men find black women to be very beautiful and attractive, but many times here in America the attitude and the demeanor is not beautiful at all, and doesn't even add up to other women in America. So I'm trying to figure out why that is and what is causing a black woman to be so hard compared to other women here in America, or compared to women in other places. I mean, really, it's like if a man like myself, or a decent black man, a black man who stays out of trouble, goes to a club or any other place, I believe that black women, they'll check you out on a slide tip, or they'll sneak a look in when they think you're not looking or whatever. But when you look at them, it's like they turn away, or they try to put a scowl on their face as though they weren't looking at you, as though you're not shit, or as though they take this how do you say, this type of posturing, whereas to say that, oh well, so many niggas holler at me that I don't need anybody to holler at me, but in reality the situation dictates something completely different from the expression that the black woman is trying to give off. And as others have mentioned, it's coming to the point now where in mixed clubs where you have black women amongst other races of women, a lot of brothers aren't trying to approach, they're not trying to holler or throw their rap down or anything like that. So I think that it's getting bad. And so if black women do eventually find that not as many guys are trying to talk to them, or no quality men are trying to talk to them, since they expect the man to approach them all the time, then they might want to take a look at themselves. Because in my experiences and the experiences in the experiences of other black men, it's starting to appear as though other women of other races will bat their eyes, they will smile at you, or they will make direct eye contact as though to say, well, I might be interested in you, or something like that. And especially when a black man, he goes overseas and he encounters black women or whatever women that maybe attract the black men, these women will typically be more flirtatious as far as batting the eyes or laughing when you come up to talk to them, or just the constant eye contact, which typically gives a guy the green light. But it's like only when you come back to the USA, and especially here on the East Coast, haven't spent enough time on the West Coast really to gauge how it is out there, but come back here to the East Coast, it's like the mug is broken down, and we're like the hardest ass women that you could ever meet, and niggas don't phase us, we don't need no men type of mentality, even though they do want these men, but they feel as though a man has to put them on a pedestal, black American women, in order to actually have a chance with them, or he has to play along with their games. And I'm coming here to say that most decent and successful black men are not going to play those games anymore. Only the naive or ignorant black men who feel that they don't have any options will actually play that game with black women. And it'll get to the point where good black men will not take the black American woman seriously, and he'll just use her as a jump off or something like that, but would never consider her to be true marriage material. So I think we really need to come to a consensus as to where we stand on this issue, and I believe that black women need to realize that they're not the only option out there, and that black men are not the only option for them. But really, as far as this hardcore type of posturing that goes on in public, whether it be at the mall or in the clubs or whatever like that, only like the most ghetto, bummiest, or oppressed ass black men are going to approach you and actually put up with a woman who has a scowl or evil look on her face. And as far as trying to establish a relationship or any type of rapport, because as I said before, the decent black man, he has had experiences with other women, and he knows he doesn't have to go through the attitude or the pretending like the woman isn't pressed for a man, or that she really doesn't want a man, or the attitude as though, oh, I have so many niggas trying to holler at me that it doesn't make any sense, and that I don't want any more guys to approach me, even though the girl might be feeling the guy, but she tries to put up this front and this hardcore posturing. So, like I said, only the weakest of men, or the least conscious of men, will actually put up with that mentality just to get with the girl, just to get some, or whatever like that. So, all I can say from here is that conscious black men, good black men, are waking up, and they're privy to those games, and they will avoid those games. So hopefully black American women will realize that it's okay to be feminine, it's okay to be a woman in public. All this hardcore, hard, masculine type of posturing will lead to many more black women being single or with substandard / subpar men. I don't think that any good man would want to tolerate a woman who tries to pretend that she's not interested in a guy when she really is. The ironic thing is that this same black woman who tries to act hard and pretend she's not interested in a guy in the club or the mall or in the street or wherever, she will actually get mad or get an attitude when that black man runs off with another woman, a woman of another race, or maybe even a prettier black woman than herself, or a woman who that black woman perceives to be prettier than herself. So really, I believe that this is a situation that we need to take a deeper look into and figure out why this hard attitude exists amongst black women, but not so much amongst women of other races. And I don't mean to generalize or anything like that. As I mentioned before, as a disclaimer, not all black women act this way, but it's coming to the point where many black women do act this way, and they act in a way as to say that they're the only option for black men, period, and they're not. So these women shouldn't act surprised when black men skip over them for women who are actually smiling, being flirtatious, and batting their eyes at the black man to make him feel more comfortable in order to approach these particular women of other races. Hit me back.